Missing cars on Need for Speed Payback are coming, my friends. This is the abandoned cars, which is a whole new type of event that's been added to the game. When you jump into the single player game, you'll see abandoned car available. Car located somewhere in the world disappears in etc. It will tell you what time is going to disappear in, and you have until then to find the vehicle. Now, you can watch this little bit of the video if you want to know exactly where this vehicle is. There are going to be different places scattered around the map, and I believe they're probably going to be the same place for everybody, so there will be videos showing you where they are, that sort of thing, when the cars come out. This, though, this car that we're going to get was not in the game. It's not in the game at launch, as in the launch of this update. When the update does come out, you're probably like, where's the RX-7? The RX-7? The RX-7 is the one that's going to be coming. I was like assuming it was going to be the RX-7, and it wasn't the RX-7 for this. I was driving on, until the last very second, until I found the location of the car. I was like, I thought it was supposed to be the RX-7. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It means we get to drive this one early and show you this one early. And this, I hope, would be the next one, because it is a fantastic one. So, you find the car, it puts you in it, and then you get police after you. The police will chase you, and there's something that I didn't quite notice until I was actually told by Ben. With instinct, you're just planning like the best route possible, and the GPS usually tells you the best route possible. But you may notice there's no checkpoints, which means that it is an open cop chase. This, I imagine, is some kind of trial to test if people actually really like the open free roam cops, as they are in Need for Speed Payback, as they will maybe be in the future. It has to be a test. They can't just tease us and put the open cops in here and not put them anywhere else. They follow you in any route you take. You can go all the way around the map and have these police after you if you want. Technically, you could probably just drive off completely away from the objective and keep the police after you for as long as you want. So if you want to have a long ass police chase, let it prolong it. Let it keep it going. Don't let it stop. You know what I mean? Anyway, so this event is, as said, for the 2000 GTR. Pretty much going to be the same for pretty much all of them, different locations. I'm hoping the RX-7 one. I mean, I felt the cops were a little easy. They weren't as difficult as they were when you play through like a mission with like checkpoints, and the cops can slow down and catch up, and they know exactly where you're going. So it's a little bit more difficult to kind of make the cops as good as they could be with the on rails feel, but they do feel pretty damn good. They do stop me a few times and brute force me. I know some people at the event also had trouble finishing this event and got busted. So it seems like the varying levels of difficulty and the varying playing styles, Pants, I'm just a smooth G, and I can get through anything, no problems whatsoever. But I had some issues. I'm just hoping that they do make this into like a proper event that you can replay, because you can't replay these, which means, that's why I say prolong the event if you want to keep the police coming after you. It's just open world cop. I didn't know until Ben told me. I was at the event, and it was just like I was driving following the route. It's just a natural instinct to do so. So anyway, so I got to the hideout. You drive it to the HQ, basically back to where your base is, where you would upgrade and customize your car anyway, so that's rather nice. And they do have rusty parts on them, you may notice, or broken parts in general, so it looks pretty much like a derelict, if you will. And I think these actually have all the specs just like a derelict does. But then I've realized I didn't have all the customization parts, which was kind of annoying. But I did eventually get them, and customization ensured. So going through, pretty much just wanted to make it anti-rust looking. I think it would be cool to make this a sleeper car, because I believe it can go to 399, which should be absolutely mental. Get this car can go to 399, but the R34 can't. Excuse me? That ain't right. Ghost, you need to fix that ASAP now. That's ridiculous. I'm severely disappointed by that. The Evo can do it. This can do it. The R35 can do it. Where's my R34 399? Excuse me. I want to smash some Regueras online with my 6x outlaw. You know what I mean? Anyway. Big arches for this one. Big arches but clean was my plan for this car. I don't want to take away too much from the natural kind of look of this vehicle, because it looks beautiful. Again, I didn't have all the customization parts. I didn't get to check the lights and the exhausts and that sort of thing. The diffusers would have been cool, but I just didn't have the time to unlock them, because we basically started a fresh game. We went in and we plopped into a certain part in the story, and we were said, they said pretty much, here you go. play around with the cars and do whatever you want and play the missions, whatever. I jumped straight into finding this damn car because this was my priority. Stuff the new missions. I want the RX-7. It wasn't the RX-7, not unfortunately, because it's still a really nice car. But I do want to spend a little bit more time with this and make some really cool design on it. For the meantime, I was trying to think of a color to go with it. I have trouble picking colors for cars, especially this. It's such like a... Every time I see pictures of it, it's like silver. And I can't unsee it in that silver. Or like a gray, like a light gray. So when I try and put another color on it, to me, I'm just like, nah. Black would be nice. Like a darker gray maybe. But I can't think of a color. Maybe red. I mean, any color really worked. It just, personally for me, I felt as if I just wanted to kind of keep it as it should be, you know? As it was, as it came in that beautiful silver look, which suits it rather well. And then black out the hood. So one thing as well you can do, a little tip if you wanted to know. So I put a black sticker over it. That does mean you can use carbon hood options, which usually means you have more options to choose from. Usually there's something slightly different on the carbon hood, but you don't particularly like the carbonness of it. You can just paint over it. Wheels I didn't want to change because the wheels are really thin and it looks stupid when it jumps. So I went with these. I wanted to change them to black, but I thought, nah, change secondary color to black, and it looks scrumptious. I want some wheels like this on a car one day. Something like that, like the BBS style almost. Any of those styles where it has many spokes, I would like that. It would be pretty cool to have that on a car. I'm not exactly sure what car I'd ever buy that would suit it, but maybe one day. And in my many ownerships of many cars, hopefully, I have a very broad selection of cars throughout my life. Anyway, big wing it was. Here's the Skyline, looking beautiful, drives really well. I'll talk about more how about it drives very soon. It feels much more all-wheel drive-esque than the other cars. It feels instantly quicker than the R34 and some of the other cars around that. I guess there's certain idea of JDM, if you will, so the Evo, for example. And oh, no cutscene cameras, which I didn't see. I didn't know. There's a lot of mini updates in this update that they haven't really put to the forefront. And you're like, that's a big ass update, like the wheel support. But it was like, oh yeah, we have wheel support as well. Excuse me? You just hide that until the end? We didn't know that, mate. Wheel support on the last game was pretty fun, and again, I want to try it in this game because it'll be pretty fun. So, this is the race gameplay that I kept it in the normal break to drift rubbish because I wanted to just kind of show how most people will probably play with it. So it handles pretty well. It feels very stable. It feels slightly different to a lot of cars. A lot of cars feel very similar. This felt as if it had a lot more stability, a lot more control, a lot more precision over where you want to kind of put it. I think it feels a lot more all-wheel drive than any other Skyline, any other GTR, any other vehicle that really is all-wheel drive, other than the Huracan. The Huracan feels quite all-wheel drive. And what else feels pretty all-wheel drive? I'm not even sure, but it feels much more stable than a lot of cars, which is rather nice, actually. It gives it a little bit more character, a little bit more reason to drive this over another type of vehicle. Now, I don't know what I hit at that point in the race, but you saw it. It just, I hit the barrier a little bit, and all of a sudden I was dead last. No, not dead last. I was losing places. Like, excuse me, I was dedicated to earning that 1 minute in first place challenge, and I could have done it if it wasn't for that damn barrier. It's okay though. Now I'm intrigued to see what it's going to be like with black lights on the vehicle or changing the front lights. I wanted to really change them to yellow. I've had an obsession with yellow lights recently. I kind of want to put my RCS lights yellow. I think that'll look quite cool. I'm not too sure though. I saw like a grey RCF with yellow lights and it looked amazing. So I kind of wanted to replicate it, but my car is kind of purple, so I'm not exactly sure how that would really work together. I don't know. Anyway, thank you, my friends, for watching this video. Let me know what you think of this car. I mean, are you glad that the RX-7 is going to be first in your games? Or would you have preferred the 2000 GTR? I'd love to know what's your preference of the missing cars. I can't wait to get my hands on the Volvos as well. The Volvos will be rolling out as well. And it's the Barracuda as well, which is an amazing car that I really would like to try. It's just totally different. And towards the end of the race there, I was about to win, but I tried to slow down to beat the timer. You know, the timer says stay in first place for a minute. I failed that as well. So, didn't particularly go well. either way. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to smash like, subscribe if you are new, and look out today for even more content on the new update. Until next time, guys, peace.